Hello YouTubers, I'm just outside here getting a bit of nature. It's been raining most of the night and went for my run this morning. It went alright. It was a bit of a struggle on the run, not so much the fitness, but just because it pretty much rained in middle of winter here, rained the whole time. Lucky it wasn't cold, but it's just that struggle of running through the rain and the mud. And what I want to talk about today was, what is your favorite race distance, 5k, 10k or half marathon or marathon, and how do you consistently get better at the times? If you want to get better, what is the main things? If you'd like to comment in the bottom, but I'm just going to talk about a few things that how I think about the running. I'm just out here. Some of the trees, I've got all the trees, because it's winter, all the trees are pretty much gone. Citrus fruit, we've got oranges. Some oranges coming on there, and a lemon tree further over there. All the citrus coming on, but that tree there was a huge Feijoa tree. And about 10 foot high Feijoa tree. And about 3 years ago I cut it right back to give this, because that was hardly growing, it was only about a foot high. As soon as I cut the Feijoa tree back, cut it right back, I thought it was going to die, this Feijoa tree, but it was about a 50-year-old Feijoa tree, and it'll grow back another year. It'll be just another 10 foot high again. But wow, if it produces more fruit, that's all good. So anyway, just wanted to get on with the subject we're talking about. What were we talking about? Just get on with it. So just wanted to have a bit of a talk. If people like to comment down below about the running and making progress over 1 or 2 or a few years, or up to 5 years. But because when I first started my first half marathon, well, I did it in about an hour 45, I think it was. And but last year I did a half marathon, Hawke's Bay half marathon, got it down, my time down to 1 hour and 28. That was Hawke's Bay marathon. But the first half marathon I didn't actually work the running and the actual race any harder than I did the Hawke's Bay one, where I got my PB time, best time of 1 hour 28. So the things, I just wanted to know, people comment down the bottom, what things, of course you've got to keep running and you get fitter as you go, but what are the main things? And if I wanted to improve my my time more, and some of the things, why I like the half marathon the best. 5k is excellent, 10k is excellent too. I've done a few 10Ks and lots of 5Ks runs. 5Ks is what I started off doing, 2014. Did that for about 5 years in a row, running through Waituea Forest, and I enjoyed that. But I just noticed it's only over time, I think it was just over time, gradually building up the consistency and the fitness that improved my running. I don't even know if it's so much to do with the type of training I did. But if someone could comment, and also people who are a bit older age group, 40s, 50s upwards, there must be a point at how I kind of feel that I could improve my running a lot more. But people could comment below. How are you getting on? What sort of things do you do? I hear a lot of people talking on these YouTube channels about doing weights, and that's good, but I find a lot of the time when I was doing swimming pool, a lot of swimming in the swimming pool the last year, but because of the coronavirus sort of staying clear of the swimming pools, and I've probably lost a little bit of fitness there, but built it up more with doing a bit more mileage in the running. And I haven't actually done a full marathon race yet, so I can't really say, comment there. But 2 weeks ago I did run 44 Ks just up and around the hills, and took me about 4 hours, or 4 hours 20 or something. That was just going at a slow, easy pace. Didn't really want to push it. I wanted to do my first 50k actually, because I felt really good at about 30 Ks, 32 Ks, still felt good at about 40 Ks. But at about 41 and a bit, the battery on the Garmin Vivo Active 3 Garmin went flat, so I have to work out something better there, because it sort of just put me off when I didn't know when the watch went flat, so I got to work out a better watch there. Yeah, is it a mixture of things, especially if you get, I mean, everybody wants to improve their running, but is it a mixture of things, like doing weights or doing intervals? Or I just think if you keep doing a good amount of mileage, building up your mileage, but if you had to say what is the one or two main things that people could comment below, because I think it is a variety of things, but I'm just wondering, do you really have to do all those intervals? Do you, I know part of it also is what I've learned from experience is getting the recovery, like in my last video, how not to get injured. I mean, if you can remain injury-free, it's just about impossible to be completely injury-free, because running is that sort of sport. It's fairly hard on the body, but if you do it right, you know, train smart, you'll do a lot better. But I feel like I could do a lot better even at my age, 56, 57 this year, but I feel like I could do better, because the first half marathon I did, I worked a lot harder, felt a lot more strain than the one that I did last year and got my best time. But that's just obvious that you're going to get fitter and better over time. But I've noticed all the distance running, it just takes time. That would be one of being consistent, and just takes time. But if anybody who is experienced, coach type person, comment there below. Just like to know, is it a mixture of these things, of doing like a little bit of weights or a little bit of intervals? But is it possible? Has anybody there done something like an hour 20 half marathon without doing the weights, just by keeping to running? Because I'd run mainly on hills and flat, mixture. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Wanted to know, what is your favourite distance? Marathon, 10k, 5k. 5k is good when you have to prepare yourself for 5k. A good 5k to me is just as hard to run as a half marathon if you're putting everything into it. I will at some stage do another park run 5k and see if I can beat my PB. I'm trying to do 17 minutes, under 18 minutes before this year's finished. You know, whether it would happen, I don't know, but that's the goal we're aiming for. And yeah, and I'd like some of the channels I've been watching lately. I noticed there's a lot of smaller channels all supporting each other, which is really good. And I'll name some of them in the comments below. That some of them have subscribed to me, and I'll put them there. So if you want just a variety of channels, there's some good ones I've found, and I'll put them there in my description below. And don't forget to subscribe. And there's back in New Zealand here now, everything's pretty much getting back to normal. I've got the half marathon coming up and Wellington Marathon. I haven't actually done the Wellington Marathon before. I've done the Wellington around the bays last year and the year before in a few years, but not exactly the Wellington Marathon that starts from the Westpac Stadium and runs around the bays from there. But I'll be just doing the half marathon there. It's sort of a build up, because I've heard if you can do a half marathon 4 or 5 weeks out from a marathon, it's good training to see where your fitness is at. So that's what I'll be doing there, and that is on next month, August the 30th, Wellington Marathon, doing the half marathon there. And then Rotorua Marathon, it was postponed to September the 26th, so that'll be good to look forward to. Going running around the lake. I think it's one of the best ones in the country, what I've heard. I personally like Auckland half marathon that I've done. Is really got to like Auckland Marathon. Just the scenery and the variety is awesome. So yeah, so get back to me in the comments if anybody can just say, at what age can you keep improving? Can you still improve right up? I believe you can improve. I mean, my PB was last year and I was only 1 year younger. I'm just wondering, can you still improve your PB right up into probably 60? I think you can. So that's, yeah, so that's a good. Hope your running's going good, and don't forget to subscribe and look up some of these other channels I've got. They're blimmin' really good upcoming YouTubers, and I'll mention them in the subscription below. So good one, cheers, have a good one.